Hey everyone, so let's talk about something we've all done. It's 10 p.m., maybe 11. You're scrolling through your phone or watching Netflix, and suddenly you get that urge. You know the one. That pull toward the kitchen. Maybe it's chips, maybe it's leftover pizza, maybe it's that ice cream you've been thinking about all day. And look, I'm not here to shame anyone because I've been there too. Standing in front of an open fridge at midnight. Like I'm expecting something magical to appear. But here's the thing. What if I told you that those late-night snacks aren't just adding extra calories? They're actually messing with your body in ways you probably haven't thought about. And I'm not talking about some wellness guru opinion here. I'm talking about actual medical research that shows how eating late affects everything from your metabolism, to your brain function, to your long-term health. So today, we're diving deep into why your body really wants you to stop. Raiding the pantry after dark. The metabolic problem. Let's start with what's happening inside your body when you eat late. Your metabolism isn't a machine that runs at the same speed 24/7. It actually follows a rhythm, what scientists call your circadian rhythm. This is basically your body's internal clock, and it controls way more than just when you feel sleepy. Here's where it gets interesting. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that when people ate the exact same meal at 8 p.m. versus 8 a.m., their bodies processed it completely differently. The late evening meal caused significantly higher blood sugar spikes, and the body was about 20% less efficient at burning those calories. Think about that for a second. The same food, same portion, but your body treats it worse just because of timing. And there's more. Researchers at Northwestern University did this fascinating experiment with mice, where they controlled what they ate, but changed when they ate it. The mice that ate during their inactive hours, which would be equivalent to us eating late at night, gained significantly more weight, even though they consumed the same number of calories as the mice eating during active hours. When they looked closer, they found that late night eating actually altered how genes related to metabolism were expressed. Your eating schedule is literally changing how your genes work. The insulin story. Now let's talk about insulin, because this is where things get really important for your long-term health. Insulin is the hormone that helps your cells absorb sugar from your blood. During the day, your body is naturally more insulin sensitive, meaning it does a better job of managing blood sugar. But at night, that sensitivity drops dramatically. A study from the Salk Institute found that eating late causes your pancreas to release insulin. When your body is least prepared to handle it effectively, over time, this can lead to insulin resistance, which is basically the pathway to type 2 diabetes. And we're not talking about something that might happen in 30 years. The study showed measurable changes in insulin function after just a few weeks of consistent late-night eating. The statistics here are sobering. According to research published in Cell Metabolism, people who regularly eat after 8 p.m. have a 55% higher risk of developing metabolic syndrome compared to those who finish eating earlier. Metabolic syndrome is this cluster of conditions, including high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and abnormal cholesterol levels, that dramatically increases your risk of heart disease and stroke. Your sleep is taking a hit. Okay, so maybe you're thinking, I'll deal with the metabolism stuff, but at least I'm getting good sleep, right? Well, not so fast. Late-night eating and quality sleep are basically enemies, and your sleep is probably losing that battle. When you eat close to bedtime, your body has to divert energy to digestion, right when it should be powering down. A study from the University of Pennsylvania tracked people's sleep patterns and found that those who ate within 2 hours of sleep had significantly more disrupted sleep cycles. They experienced more nighttime awakenings and spent less time in deep sleep, which is the restorative phase your body desperately needs. And here's something that surprised me when I first read about it. The type of food matters too, but not how you'd think. Even healthy snacks late at night can mess with your sleep because digestion itself raises your core body temperature, and your body needs to cool down to enter deep sleep. It's like trying to fall asleep in a warm room versus a cool one. If you're finding this information valuable and realizing maybe those midnight snacks aren't as harmless as you thought, do me a favor and hit that like button. It helps more people discover this content. And honestly, I think this is information everyone should know. The brain connection. Now here's something that doesn't get talked about enough. Late-night eating affects your brain, specifically your memory and cognitive function. Scientists at UCLA conducted research showing that mice who ate at irregular times, especially during their rest periods, performed significantly worse on memory tests. When they examined their brains, they found changes in the hippocampus, which is the region responsible for learning and memory. But does this translate to humans? A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed over 3,000 adults and found that those with late-night eating patterns scored lower on cognitive assessments and showed accelerated cognitive decline over a 5-year period. We're talking about a 13% faster decline compared to people who ate their last meal earlier in the evening. And if you've ever noticed, you feel foggy or sluggish the morning after late-night snacking, there's a reason. Your body spent the night processing food instead of doing critical maintenance tasks like clearing out metabolic waste from your brain. It's like trying to clean your house while people are still throwing parties in every room. The hunger hormone trap. Here's where things get frustrating. Late-night eating actually makes you hungrier. It sounds counterintuitive, but it's true. When you eat late, you disrupt the balance of hunger. Hormones in your body, specifically leptin and ghrelin. Leptin tells you when you're full, and ghrelin tells you when you're hungry. Research from the Perelman School of Medicine showed that late-night eating causes leptin levels to drop and ghrelin levels to rise the following day, meaning you feel hungrier, even though you ate extra calories the night before. It's a vicious cycle. You eat late, you wake up hungrier, you're more likely to overeat during the day, and then you're hungry again at night. Your hormones are basically working against you. The inflammation factor. Let's talk about inflammation for a minute, because this is something that affects literally every aspect of your health. Chronic inflammation is linked to pretty much every major disease, including heart disease, cancer, Alzheimer's, you name it. And guess what contributes to inflammation? You got it, late-night eating. A study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that eating late increases markers of inflammation in the body. Specifically, they found elevated levels of C-reactive protein and interleukin-6, which are key inflammatory markers. People who consistently ate after 10 p.m. had inflammation levels comparable to people with chronic inflammatory conditions. The practical reality. So what does all this mean for you? Look, I'm not saying you need to be perfect. I'm not saying if you have a snack at 9 p.m. once in a while that you're doomed. But what the research clearly shows is that making late-night eating a habit has real, measurable consequences for your metabolism, your sleep, your brain function, and your long-term health. The good news is, your body is incredibly resilient. Studies show that when people shift their eating window earlier, even by just 2 hours, they see improvements in blood sugar control, sleep quality, and metabolic markers within just a few weeks. Your body wants to heal and optimize. You just have to give it the chance. If this video opened your eyes to what's really happening when you eat late at night, consider subscribing to the channel. We're all about breaking down health science in ways that actually make sense and can change how you live your daily life. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Thanks for watching, and maybe tonight, when that late-night craving hits, you'll remember what we talked about here and give your body the rest it deserves. See you in the next one.